fellow speakers and guests. This evening I'm going to speak about why I'm a Rotarian, and firstly I'm going to say how I became a Rotarian and the time I've been there. Secondly, I'm going to talk about the structure of Rotary, and thirdly we'll talk about what we do. So, I don't know if any of you have heard of the Rotarian Club and if any of you know what they do.
Rotary, yes.
You know about Rotary, roughly. Well, when I knew about it, or when I heard about it, roughly, I thought it was an old men's dining club.
It can be.
Well, this is the station that we had, and I didn't think that women were allowed. I thought it was something like the Freemasons and something like that. Anyway, I didn't know until one day I was in my business club 14 years ago. I went to my local business club, and we had a speaker, and the speaker was a Rotarian. And this Rotarian came to ask and say that they were looking to set up a new Rotary club in our area, which was Fairford and Letchlade. And they told us about it. They said, would anyone be interested? There were about 6 or 7 of us that seemed interested and happy to do that, with all the things that they told us about it. And so we had a few meetings. And anyway, to cut a long story short, I became a Rotarian because of this, and I'm joined the club, the Swindon North Rotarian Club, which is held every 2 weeks in Blunsdon House Hotel. So that's how I became a Rotarian. Now the structure of the Rotary Club, it's a worldwide organisation which in all countries you will find lots and lots of Rotary clubs. Now, a Rotary club in itself is made up of a club council, which has the president, the vice president, the junior vice president, a treasurer, and a secretary. Also, there's the webmaster, archives, lots of people, and several officers. So we do charity events. We are international, national and local. We do lots of things for the community to help out different things that the community need doing. Could be picking litter, could be anything, or helping to raise funds for a recreation ground for the children, or anything in that sense. We do this locally. We do lots of events. For instance, the events of Swimmathon is one event. So Swimmathon, we have another committee, which we have a team work, where there's a leader, and we organise this event, and all the events are done like this, where particularly in Swimmathon, for instance, it's a swimming event where people come to do the lengths, and they choose their own charity, and they have their sponsorships, and any money that they make for the different lengths that they do each time, they give half the money to their charity and half the money to Rotary. Rotary, any charities, they give all their money to charities. Every single penny goes to charities. Nobody has anything, there's no remuneration. So we do things like the Poppy Ball, the Swindon Poppy Ball. I don't know if anyone's heard of that. That's been very popular and a very big event. It has been going on for many years. We are thinking of doing it this year. It might not occur this year because since COVID it's been a bit tricky, but that's one of the events we do. And we did St George's Day also in De Vere, near Cirencester, last April. That was very successful. We made quite a lot of money with that, and we passed that on to various charities, which is fantastic. So yes, we do a good teamwork. We do quizzes, and why do I do it? I mean, I learned to become a leader, because we don't always have the same people doing the same things, or I learned to be a member of the team, and which is good. We all have our little bits that we get together and have to do. We have to find a place where we're going to organise our events. We have to find about what we do about food, what we do with drinks, selling tickets, and we continue like that. So it's a fundraising society which gives everything to charity. Now we have several different charities. This year, for instance, we've given to the Down syndrome, we've given to the hospice in Rawton, quite a lot, young carers, we take care of them in Swindon, this is all the local, and to the abused women, and we also give to Gloucester House, which is in Highworth, which is for men which have lost their ways because of alcohol abuse and have lost their jobs, lost their families, lost their homes, and find themselves on the streets. And they've been taken into Gloucester House, and then given a home and get back onto their tracks, help them to get onto their tracks to move forward. And they're kept for at least 3 months, and if not more, just to help them move forward. So that's just a few of the charities that we give to. I don't know if anyone has heard of Brighter Futures.
Yes,
That's the GWH, the local hospital, is a charity which wants to build the cancer unit, which was very much needed. The cancer unit, people that were having treatment, there was no treatment in Swindon for a big place like this, no treatment whatsoever. They had to go to Oxford every day during perhaps a month. Can you imagine going every day there, every day back when you've got cancer for treatment, and perhaps for 2 or 3 minutes of treatment? But that treatment had to be done, and every single day. A lot of people gave up, and a lot of people just said, can't do it, that's too hard. So this is why Brighter Futures went to get this unit built. And it's finished now, it's built and it's on its way, and Rotary gave £250,000, the Rotary Clubs of Swindon gave £250,000 to Brighter Futures to help this. This is not known, nobody knows what Rotary does. And it's a great shame, because we do a lot of good things. We like to help out in not only the communities, but also local and national and international. We like to help out people. Now, international, there is polio. We made a pledge to eradicate polio. Now, this is nearly done. It's only left in 3 countries, and unfortunately it's a political problem, because it's in Afghanistan, I think, in a few countries, and I think that there was a misunderstanding at one time. Somebody saw that there was sterile written on the vaccination box, and they said, they're trying to sterilise us, and things like that. Anyway, there was quite a bit of a problem there, but we are mastering it. And Bill Gates joined us at a certain time with his money and everything. So we're nearly on top of that. We're getting there. But we're definitely determined to eradicate polio. We also have earthquakes with the shelter box. Shelter box is the first one that somebody is on the ground to give shelter to the people which have got no homes. And everything in that box is to survive for 2 weeks. Survival 2 weeks. There's a tent, there's cooking facilities, there's fresh water, there's everything in there. And we give to shelter box, and it was started by Rotary, and it's now going on, basically, and we give always, whenever there's an earthquake, anything like that, we give to shelter box also. There are many, many, many more things, and I could talk forever, and I've gone over my time, so...